Welcome back to another day on the Pixelborn Lorcana client. Today we're actually back to playing the game as opposed to yesterday's little detour. Today we're going to be playing a Duel of the Dwarves. So, obviously the Seven Dwarfs came out, we have some Snow White cards, and you guys know I like my themed decks, so it's time. It's not a pure Snow White deck. I tried to throw in a couple of cards to try to give it a little competitive edge. But we'll get to it. A lot of it is Snow White themed. The Queen, Sleepy, Sneezy, Snow White, Big Snow White, or other Snow White. There is Big Snow White, but others Snow White, other Snow White, Doc, Dopey, Bashful, Grumpy, Happy, and Big Snow White. If I didn't read them, I could not have listed all of the dwarves. I'm sure I would have forgotten one. I think Bashful's the one that I usually forget all the time. And Doc. For some reason, Doc just isn't in the same realm as the other ones. I think it's because they all end in a Y. Happy, Grumpy, Dopey, Sleepy, Sneezy. And then I'm like, who the heck are the other two? Yeah. Outside of that, Maleficent for some card draw, Rafiki for some aggro, Zeus for some aggro. You'd think there'd be a lot of uninkables between these guys, but we're actually only on 13, which is fantastic. We're running Little Queen, who could turn into the Big Queen. No real reason other than that she's got a great questing capability and quest ability with that +4, -4. Great for combat and taking down large threats if we need to. Friends on the other side is pretty much the only non-character we're running. So Friends on the other side and Rapunzel for card draw. So, and Maleficent. But, yeah, let's jump in and see if we can't win a few. Ooh boy, going first. Alright, I read the comments. I did you guys a favor. I put beard oil in, so I never want to touch my face when there's beard oil on, because I don't like it on my fingers. So, you guys have been blessed. I'm gonna try to remember to do that in the mornings. Just inserted, that's fine. Doc is a really good one to have. Big Queen's a little late. I'm only gonna keep the Sleepy, I think, because it's an early play. Our deck lacks a lot of early plays, but we really want, yeah! We really want Snow White. When this character is banished, your other 7 dwarf characters get +2 attack until the start of your next turn. Interesting, interesting, okay. Well, that's not great, actually. I guess we're inking a Rapunzel and passing the turn. Since our deck does have slow starts, unless we start with the Queen, yeah, we want to go first. I think so. Alright, opponent, what do we got? Ruby control. Alright, well, Snow White's definitely dead. Alright, well, Rapunzel works on 2 characters. Let's ink the Dopey. If I get a second Snow White down, I can play Doc and Sleepy next turn. It's not a great one for the Sleeping Ambitions. Wow, I can go very wide. Need to ink, though. Alright, here comes a Doc. Here comes a Sleepy. Here comes a Sleepy! They're so sleepy! And I will quest. See, they want to take down the Snow White, but they also probably want to take Sleepy off the board. If they don't take down Snow White, I have friends on the other side, and I get a bunch of free dwarves again. Oh, I'm like, don't take out Snow White, trade with Sleepy. I want to see if I can't get 3 more free dwarves. Yeah. No removal. Yeah, there we go. We're gonna see it. Oh, they whiffed. Aw, only 2 free dwarves. I might be making Doc here do some singing. Okay. Okay. He still costs 2. That's wild. And the others can't sing, so let's just get him down and quest all. I think we got more than enough value out of these Snow Whites. It's time to put them to work. Alright. They're running You Have Forgotten Me's in a Ketchup and Mustard deck. That must just purely be like a tempo thing. They wanted to get down and go fast. Teeth and Ambitions. That'll take down one of the Snow Whites. And then we'll aerial trade. Ooh, aerial will trade. Alright, let's hope it's not too late. Let's hope my dwarves aren't devastating. That's a nice draw. I think I'm just going to simply draw with this. I could get another dock down, but I have to ink this. Alright, Doc's ability takes effect. We get another Doc down. Fast turn. Doc's nice. It's similar to a Mickey Mouse, but it works every turn. Until he dies anyway. And victory! Scoop it up! Ooh, there we go. Going first. We like that. We want to see Snow White. That's who we want. Ooh, we got big Snow White. Whenever this character quests, you may return a character from your discard to your hand. Not bad. Obviously, this Snow White's much better. The Bashfuls are good, but they're expensive. But I can get Doc down and then work my way into the Bashfuls fairly easily. And I don't mind inking the others, I suppose. Yeah, let's keep it. Yeah, if anything, I think Grumpy's the one that's gonna go here. It's a dwarf deck. What will you do, opponent? Oh, Jafar. A little late for the queen, but we could get the queen down earlier thanks to the Doc. Unfortunately, Doc's still coming down on the turn he's supposed to come down. I think my dwarves are just better. We might see removal for this right away. Either way, Doc's coming down on the turn he's supposed to. I don't know, maybe that wasn't a Snow White turn right there because Doc is still coming down when he's supposed to. Doc can't quest, so he's not helping to ramp anything else out. Unless I get a 1-cost dwarf? Are there even any 1-cost dwarves? There's not. Or 2-cost. No, it has to be 1-cost, doesn't it? Yeah. Entering Exerted might be bad with Prince Eric. Let's do that. I can get Doc down and I can get Sneezy down. Sneezy will be good for making Prince Eric a little worse. Then you ever play this character another Seven Dwarf, you may give another... Yeah, sure. Aha! No attack for you! Bad attacks. Too bad it's not until my next turn. That'd certainly put a damper on Prince Eric. But it does not! So, gotta figure out how can I quest with Doc to ramp out my Bashful and Bashfuls and not lose my Doc. I mean, if I quested with Sneezy here, it's not great, right? Because then they can just double attack it. Yeah, no attack for you. Do I ink? Inking is so important. This card draw is huge. This is a tough position. I could also sacrifice a dock to sing this, and then I mean, I'd be singing this so I could find something to ink, but also get an additional card, and I'm losing dock to do it. I think I'm just inking this. Alright, pass turn. The only thing I don't like about this dwarf strategy is everything is on the battlefield. Well, there goes Snow White. Yeah, everything's in play. Which means it's vulnerable. And I'm playing against the double removal colors. Alright, time to start putting some pressure out. Wouldn't mind getting Snow White down next turn. It likely sees some kind of removal. Of course, they have the Maui, but we knew it. We knew they had Maui. They're in Ruby, they're on turn 5. So Maui takes down Bashful, and then Minnie Mouse and Prince Eric team up and take down Sneezy. Yeah, we wanted to be much further ahead by this point. Unfortunately, we're not much further ahead. I don't think we're going to get out of this one. The Duel of the Dwarves! It's not going to get there this game. Yeah, we care way too much about being on the battlefield, and we happen to be playing a deck that's running 2 of all of the removals. This is like our nightmare. I swear the matchmaking system, it identifies the cards in your deck and pairs you against people who are specialized to beat you, because that's what it feels like all the time. It feels like I always play against people specialized to beating my weird, quirky decks. Prince Eric takes down and trades with Doc. Of course. I'm going to be trading you to get back a character. Let's get a Bashful. Hopefully my opponent feels I misplay that. What they don't know is I got a Sneezy. And that'll activate Bashful. Alright, there ain't a lot going on the board. I'm not fearful of a board wipe. Bashful's got a lot of toughness, so Steel's gonna have an issue with it. We're gonna see a big Tink shift and then my board's gonna get wiped? Yeah, probably. They both got 4 toughness. We have more attack. So I'm gonna quest with Bashful. Big Tink's gonna come down. They're gonna have 3 toughness, 4 toughness. Tink will destroy Bashful. And then all of a sudden he'll only have 1 toughness. I mean, they'll both have 1 toughness. It just depends on who I care about more. Let's go Grumpy. At least Bashful will do 3 damage to the big Tinkerbell. Alright. Now we made our plays based on a big Tinkerbell. Let's see if our opponent actually has it. Though, let's be fair. I didn't have a ton of options anyway, so... There it is. We maximized for the 3 damage on there. Entering play exerted sucks. That means Tinkerbell can take down Grumpy or Sleepy and defeat the other one. No, they would definitely attack Sleepy because it's a 2-for-1. Only quest for 1. Let's do it. Let's try to maintain our lead here. Got another Snow White, so hopefully that'll, I mean, short of our opponent having removal, which I'm sure they're flush with. Question is, how many slots in your deck do you give up to removal? 4 Be Prepareds, 4 Tinkerbells. Well, they give up the extra 2 damage on my Snow White, so that's fine. The downside is now they can attack with the other Tinkerbell. Let's get something cheap. There really isn't much in the way of cheap, is there? Let's get the 5 toughness. Alright, so if we just go Bashful here, opponent can only do the 2 damage to it. So they still need Smash, which they could have. Do I play out another Dwarf? It's not going to do a lot. Because I don't want to also walk into the board wipe. Because if they can't take down Bashful, they might just quest. 2, 4, 6. Takes them up to 18. And then board wipe. So we'll see. If they attack, there's no board wipe. Could also just be a case of they wanted to play their big threats instead of inking, and now they don't got ink because they've been stuck on 6 for a while. And okay, there that is. They're playing an old tale here. Hey, haven't seen these guys yet. The old tale of, let's just not hit our 7th ink, make them think we're stuck, so they go wide and we hit them hard with the board wipe. Grab your swords isn't enough to take down Bashful. Going for the lore. Did we get there? We got there. Somehow we got there. Okay, if we're going second, I probably want my Rafiki. So it turns out Bashful's really good. That quest in 3 and the 5 toughness is pretty sweet. Let's see. Let's get rid of those 4. Snow White. Zeus is good. Okay, we didn't get the Snow White for the ramp. But Zeus will hopefully be good enough in the recovery for going second. It's a little late. But hopefully it's a surprising kind of late. Steel. I don't mind Steel so much. It's Ruby I don't like. Alright. One just thinks we're some kind of purple control deck. They have no idea about the dwarves. 7 hidden dwarves. Steel. Steel and Emerald. This is the discard deck. If they're playing Flynn, it could go many ways, but if they're playing Flynn, it makes me feel like it's the discard deck. Minus attacks or enter as exerted? Let's go enter as exerted. We're in a decent position against the exerted deck. Or the discard deck. It's the damage deck. Okay, they're intentionally gonna ping 1 damage at a time a bunch. Oh, Prince John. No, it's don't tell me you're split because that's a bad way to go, my friend. See, this is tough. I definitely want both Bashfuls. I got a lot of 4-drops. I might be giving up the Bashful here. Yeah, hit my 3-drop. And then hit 2 2-drops next turn. Dopey's nice because if I can throw him into danger... Okay, they're gonna start attacking my hand really hard. Double Bucky! Oh! Yeah, if I can throw him into danger, I can have a really powerful counterattack turn. Alright, well instead of getting both of these guys down, I might be inking one so I can play Bashful. And discarding the other. Gotta imagine my opponent has the "You Have Forgotten Me's." Smash for random ping damage. That's actually more removal than anything. Okay, Rapunzel down. We're gonna see we're gonna have to discard Zeus and Snow White. So we're just gonna go wide and cross our fingers. I mean, I'm on +10, so I'm on victory. They have to defeat my characters. They can take down a Dopey. How long do I get the plus? Till the start of my next turn. So it's not great if he gets defeated during my opponent's turn. Get rid of the Snow White. Zeus might be relevant for an attack. Oh, that's right, Bucky. Double trigger. I forgot that I don't like the way they stack. Alright. You have to attack something. You have to take down... taking down Dopey's not enough either, right? Because I'm +9. That's still victory. You have to at least take down Sleepy to avoid victory. Or to avoid your defeat, my victory. That's what I meant. That's what I said. So do you send 3 characters at Sleepy, or do you send Flynn Rider and Bucky at Sleepy? Opponent wants to attack your hand? Just throw it all on the field. I'm sure they're running things like, grab your sword. But, hey, this is where we are. This is what we do. Opponent is probably feeling pretty good with their hand, too. 2 Buckies, a Prince John, and then Flynn into a Flynn? Come on now. Oh. That was a mistake, I think. They're gonna throw their entire board. They're gonna run out of time! They ran out of time. And my victory! Second. You know, I'm starting to wonder if we should have played a different color other than purple. Because we're not getting a ton of use out of it. There's a queen. Can we get a queen? I'd like to see a dock. Turn 2, turn 3. So turn 1, turn 2, turn 3. Let's get rid of Sleepy. Oh, big queen. Big queen is good. Oh, and there's the dock. Everything I could have ever... Winterleaf! Winterleaf! There's only one winter here. Mr. or ma'am. Or they / them. There's only one winter. And that is this bear right here. I will destroy you, Winter Thief. This is gonna be a bounce deck. I saw the goat. Oh, I'm playing the Snow White deck. Here we go. So many dwarves I can throw at your silly little face. Alright, they quest and then they bounce with the fox. Oh, friends on the other side. Perfect. I am totally going to shift this in. Quest. Opposing character. My character. Don't want to screw that up. Destroy the snake safely. Alright, so I can ink and play a sleepy. Who am I inking? Oh, I love all my characters. Sorry, Dopey. Pass the turn. That was a fantastic turn 3 for me. Ruby Amethyst. Ruby Amethyst bounce. Aggro control. Getting Bashful down's really good. Can't get both down. Doc's great though, it makes everything else potentially cheaper. Bashful's just worth more. So I'd let him destroy Snow White. Still has a job to do. Still makes Doc cheaper. And I might be getting to draw some cards here. Okay, Maui. That does add up. Alright, I'm not going to get to draw cards. That's fine. Is this where I play the Doc and then swing in with Snow White? I don't have any free plays, do I? Not with Snow White. No, I don't think so. Like I said, everything's gonna... Cheapest they get is 1. Fiki's good. Let's take down that Maui. We're done with the Snow White for now. Let's just get ahead of my opponent. Alright, we'll see how useful Rafiki's gonna be. Only going to take down that Merlin. Next turn's the board wipe. Alright, they all quest for 2 or more, right? They do. Then we'll get rid of the Sleepy. Quest. The thing is, we're going to be walking into a board wipe. How much do we want to do that? How much do I want to do that? I mean, I really don't want to. They got to deal with both these characters. Lady Tremaine attacks. Targeted removal on Bashful. Another Lady Tremaine. I need another character at least then. No, I think Rafiki's just here. So they can't just play another Lady Tremaine. So one has to attack, takes down the Doc, and I'm still representing lethal. So Lady Tremaine is still lethal, or stops me from being lethal. But I don't think it's quite enough that it justifies the board wipe. It'll inch me ever closer. Oh, they're gonna just go straight for the board wipe. Okay. No second Tremaine. That's what we're trying to play around. Don't go too wide for the board wipe, but don't be too light where we get wrecked by a Lady Tremaine. Now I have to play 2 dwarves here so I don't get Lady Tremained. Alright. I hope they didn't out control me here. We're not gonna be great against control. Opponent has definitely reached their stride and we wanted to beat them before that. Another be prepared. Makes sense. We're playing multiple characters to try to avoid board wipes here. Or, you guys know what I mean. Lady Tremaine. I mean, do I just run you out for the Lady Tremaine? No, because they don't want to play it if there's nothing to remove. Plus, if I keep a Rafiki, I might be able to get a double play down next turn. Now we're walking into Maleficent territory, which is unfortunate. Alright, technically this represents lethal if I can top deck a dwarf. It's slim, but the opponent might also gamble on they have no cards in hand. Are they actually going to draw a dwarf? I doubt it though. I think we're going to see a dragon. And then a quest bounce. Well, they are scared of the Bashful. I have to defeat the Merlin, I think. I can't afford to quest. Look at that, I did top deck the dwarf though. Oh, it's gonna be it's gonna be a miracle if I can actually survive this. There's the Lady Tremaine we tried to avoid. Nothing I can do about it this time. I think this game's over. Opponent can quest for 5. Yeah. I mean, you play for your outs, but I don't actually have any outs here. Dang you, Winter Thief! Ah, another Lady Tremaine, are you kidding me? Alright, there's literally nothing in my deck now. We will draw the card so you guys can see. There's literally nothing in my deck that can rescue us from this position. See, just a sleepy. Even enters exerted. How awful. Come on, don't backtrack on my progress. Usually I win a couple of games and then I lose all my progress immediately afterwards. So I make no progress on the rank. Let's see. I don't think I want any of these. Doc's still really nice to see. Let's see if I can't get some Snow Whites. Wrong Snow White. That was the wrong Snow White. Hey, there's the right Snow White. Okay, I got a queen. And a Rafiki. Oh, I has a queen. Yas. Hell yeah. We have a queen. Okay. No backsliding. I want to rank up. I'm not going to get the rank via this game, but it's important. It's important to me. This is interesting, right? Because if I... Shifting now is pointless. So obviously I play Snow White here. This is really awful though. I do have to ink something else. A dock, unfortunately. So, as some my opponent doesn't feel like they're being slow rolled, as I explained to you. We definitely have to play Snow White. And then... Can't quest here. But when they quest with Madam Mim, they get to replay Captain Hook. They're inking him, so that's good. It's really good. Alright, we're gonna see a big Tinkerbell. They didn't quest. Why wouldn't you quest? Why wouldn't you quest? It's a trade. It's a beautiful trade for you. Okay, I got a couple of rush attackers. Not enough to take down a Tinkerbell. I need to ink. We're gonna see a big Tinkerbell. I'm 100% sure of it. And then they're gonna sing a swords. Uh-oh. Then they're gonna sing a swords, aren't they? If they sing a swords, it's game over. I don't think we can recover from that. Not with this hand. It's way too expensive and a lot of uninkable. I mean, I can't even... Yeah, it's gonna be really bad. There's the big Tink, and here comes the swords. Rather see a whole new world. But I would rather see a whole new world. Okay. So we just play a Zeus so it dies to the Tinkerbell, and then have to trade something else. Probably trade a queen. Have to 2-for-1 myself to take care of a Tinkerbell. Doesn't feel good. I would like for this to survive and get some Rapunzel draws. That would be fantastic. It's not gonna happen though. See, alternatively, I just try to go wide with my dwarves. I can only get 2 down at best. And then Tinkerbell just wreaks havoc on me. Gotta take down that Tinkerbell. Snake being a snake, it's fantastic. It slows down a lot of decks. It even slows us down quite a bit. Let's see, they're running a whole new world. I'm not sure we're ever going to actually cast Friends on the Other Side. Next turn they just play another Tinkerbell. Gets back a whole new world. Well, they're going to try to deck me. Interesting. See, I don't want Doc to just trade with the brooms. Do I heal it? Do I get a bunch of dwarves down? Still, at best, I'm only getting 2 dwarves down, aren't I? Unless I quest with Doc. And I could get 3 dwarves down. It's like the band name. 3 doors down, 3 dwarves down. Yeah, let's do some 3 dwarves down. Alright, I can get Rafiki and Bashful down. Getting Bashful down means I can make Madam Mim's attack a 2, so Rafiki takes it down. Alright, but you're not running Ruby, so your 7-drop doesn't scare me, but I do expect a Tinkerbell. Alright, I'm not going to be able to get both characters down now. Unless I draw an Inkable. I got the Rapunzel, but Brooms will trade with Doc, because why would they trade their... Why would they trade their other ones? Here's the power of all my dwarves. I think I definitely want to get another Bashful down. I'm gonna go to 8 and then just get absolutely slaughtered. How do I maneuver this? I mean, Bashful can defeat Madam Mim all by himself. And then I can't attack anything else. So questing leaves me just super vulnerable. The Tinkerbells, man. I swear, Tinkerbell has completely fallen out of favor. Nobody plays it. And then when I play decks like this, I only ever see Tinkerbell decks. It's so weird. Alright, well I could draw a bunch of cards. Let's do that. Queen's nice, but I'm not going to be able to get it down. And I have no more plays. Alright, so Tinkerbell defeats Bashful, then automatically defeats Doc. So we're going to quest with Doc. That at least lets me get down Rafiki. And plays around the fact that Tinkerbell's going to 2-for-1 me here. Not even a 2-for-1. I won't even defeat the Tink. Tink's ultimately going to be a 3-for-1. Now, if they have a swords, they'll do the damage to Sneezy or Rafiki. Okay, so that tells me that they probably don't have a swords in hand. Alright, Rafiki takes down Tinkerbell, so it is a 3-for-1. It's so brutal. Oh, is Yzma gonna take down Rafiki so I don't get the attack? Oh, they're gonna draw cards. Okay. Okay. Nuts. Well, let's see. I could have Rapunzel attack the Tinkerbell and draw a bunch more cards again. I still need to find a way to do a bunch of damage to it. Man, if only I could have the Queen down, that'd be so good. But I think the Queen just gets absolutely annihilated. Especially if they have another Yzma. And it's so slow for this turn. But it might be the thing we have to do. Just plan for our following turns. Let's get Snow White. Let's heal a dwarf. I mean, I can absolutely nuke Tinkerbell's attack between the Queen and Sneezy. But now it needs to be tapped. That's the issue. So now they quest with Yzma. And Tinkerbell stays in the background, threatening a huge board wipe. Got the whole new world back. Oh, they had to discard a whole new world when they played whole new world. Yeah, so opponent's not going to do anything. They're going to stalemate it. Alright, so I can't attack and utilize my Rapunzel. If I wait too long, both on +6. Could be that I just go violently wide. Because I do have a lot of really big butts on the dwarves, so they survive swords. And then we just have a turn where we're like, oh yeah, we just have lethal. Alright, you know opponent's going to be digging for the whole new world. Alright, is that going to be our out? We just go violently wide. just the widest, just have all of the dwarves. Can I get a Snow White, a queen, and literally all 7 of the dwarves? I have 4 of them. Oh, that would be cool. That would be cool. I don't think it's gonna happen, but it would be cool. There's 1 swords. Do you have the other? Don't tell me you had the other. Okay. Yzma to draw some cards. They sacrificed a Tinkerbell. Another cauldron. Alright, that's gonna be big. Without a Tinkerbell, they don't get free 2-for-1s, 3-for-1s. Could be a questing turn for me before I let them dig their way into another massive board wipe. Could get all the dwarves down, but... let's see. Everything except Rapunzel and Bashful technically get slaughtered to 1 Yzma attack. So let's heal the Bashful, so it requires multiple attacks. I could heal another character too. Well, let's play the Grumpy. Ha! No attack for you, you fool! Let's just go for it. And I'll save the queen. I'll save the queen. If they can't annihilate the queen, then it represents free value on my side. They're digging hard. But are they going to be able to draw the card they're looking for? Oh, they got the beast 1 damage? And it mattered? That's so good. What's good for them? But should they have hit Bashful? It's worth more lore. I'm on +10, so they just got to take out something and they'll be fine. Yeah, they don't really have to give up any more ground than that this turn. But it does make sense to keep attacking. I still got 6 here. Another Grumpy, so my attacks are huge. I'm just gonna quest though. See, Grumpy's not enough. It's not even a full trade because Rapunzel's not gonna take down anything. Alright, these 2 are lethal. Hey, it was enough to do it. I will take it. And for the post-game wrap, this deck was surprisingly very fun. It did feel, I mentioned it in the game, it did kind of feel like the matchmaker was out to get me. That Tinkerbell, I feel like I haven't seen the Tinkerbell in a long time. Like a really long time. Like it's poked its head up once before recently. But outside of that last time and today, like Tinkerbell's been a no-show. Nobody's playing Tinkerbell anymore. But again, even with the last deck, the Tinkerbell, it's like, wow, that's the perfect card against the deck I'm playing. Like, the matchmaker's out to get me, man. That Tinkerbell's a... Outside of that, though, the deck ran really well. I mean, there was some, like, Dopey never felt really relevant. It kept getting inked. Sneezy, I can imagine being good in niche situations. Same with Dopey, honestly. But, like, that -1 attack, never really relevant. Healing 2 damage with Snow White, not the biggest thing. Obviously, we're going for a hyper-themed... a super-themed, not quite hyper. Super themed deck around the Snow Whites, the Queens, and the Dwarves, with some bonus characters to help kind of fill some weaknesses. But yeah, Happy's another one. A little expensive and a little irrelevant. Grumpy felt good, especially when you get multiple Grumpies down. So, but Bashful and Doc felt like the absolute MVPs. Now, Bashful, of course, only works in a Dwarves deck, whereas Doc can fit in a lot of decks. So Doc's obviously the best Dwarf. Very clearly, hands down, the best Dwarf. Bashful's probably the second best Dwarf, in this deck at least. And then Snow White, fantastic. Like, these are your 3 core cards. Sleepy's really good. Obviously, the Queen shift into the Queen's really good. But the rest of it, keep it Rapunzel's. The rest of it, the deck could be changed, for sure. Definitely buff up some of your songs and stuff so you're not so reliant on board presence. Because obviously a board wipe hurts. And it's very hard to recover from with this style of deck. So yeah, if you're planning on taking it for the long haul, I would definitely advise making some adjustments to it. But as far as jank goes, do the 7 dwarves win duels? Yes, the 7 dwarves win duels all day. That's going to do it. Thank you guys so much for watching. There's links in the description down below for the Discord, the deck list, the Patreon if you want to be 2 episodes ahead of everyone else. And yeah, that's all that's down there. You can leave a comment, maybe subscribe, maybe push the like button. Ooh, that one helps. For all you people pushing the thumbs down button, I just want you to know that doesn't matter. YouTube doesn't care. That's just engagement on my channel, which YouTube loves. So thank you for either one. It genuinely doesn't matter. That's gonna do it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow.